Hi YouTube. Okay, first thing I'm going to say is this is like my 5th time trying to record this video, so if it does not happen after this, you are never going to see it. I am done trying. Something keeps happening. I'm going to cut right to the chase, so this video is not too long. All the other ones were inking, getting up past 10 minutes. I had my son 6 months ago, and since having him, I have worked very hard on weight loss. And my overall goal is to lose about 100 pounds. And that's my goal because that is how overweight I have been my entire life, or at least for the past 4 years. The day before I had my son, I was weighed, and I was at 231 pounds, and I'm only 5 foot tall. That is incredibly overweight. That's why I need to lose 100 pounds. And it's embarrassing to share that number. I can sit there and say it's because of health, and some people that really is the reason. It has never been the reason for mine. I can sit there and say raising, and that is 100% true. I was not raised to eat healthy. An example of that would be the most vegetables we had. We ate corn from a can, we ate carrots, we ate peas. Occasionally they would get spinach, but I hated spinach and it was in a can. I've learned now that I like raw baby spinach and like salads. Anyways, going back to those vegetables, they were from a can, so tons of sodium, and always cooked in butter. Salt, pepper added to it because, they didn't have enough sodium. We ate out on a regular basis. It was actually to the point at one time that, hey, we're going here tonight, what do you want? And I would spout off my regular. Like Wendy's, when I was a kid, my regular was 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers. And I would take the bread off of one and combine them. So it was twice the meat, twice the lettuce, twice the bacon, twice the cheese with only the same amount of bread. At a regular Taco Bell, eating out was a daily occurrence. When we were hungry, we'd go get a snack cake, go get chips, soda. There was never a time in my house growing up where there was not soda. So when I moved out, I did start trying to make some changes. I didn't know where to start. I was 18, I had just gotten married, just had a kid. I had no idea where to start on this whole healthy thing. So I started with what seemed obvious. Quit drinking soda completely. No Kool-Aid. No, Kool-Aid, no. Eating out, we still did all the time, so I can't say I quit that one at that point, but I did quit soda, I quit Kool-Aid, I quit no snack cakes were allowed in the house. If we were going to have goodies, they were baked. And no chips. I was very into cooking, and, that was at least better than the overly processed crap. So it was an improvement, but it was not enough to prevent or cause weight loss. It was just enough to prevent more weight gain. 2 pregnancies later, after my daughter, I was around 216. By the time I had my son, I was 230. And neither of those are significant weight gains for pregnancy. During my first pregnancy, I lost weight the entire time. Second one, I gained 15 pounds. The problem was I was already so overweight. So I decided after I had my son, it was over. It was now or never. I was going to learn. So I put my mind to it. I was done being 231 pounds at 20 years old with no medical problems. I was done chancing my health. So I started making serious changes. I joined a gym. Exercise is important. I got a personal trainer, so that proved to me I was willing to stick with it. This was not something that I was just going to give in and quit after a couple weeks when it got hard. I was in it for the long haul. And 6 months later, it's been 6 months and 10 days since I had my son, I have lost 60 pounds. Look up what 1 pound of fat looks like. Look up what 5 pounds of fat looks like. Look up what 10 or 20 pounds of fat looks like, and you will understand how amazing it is to be able to say, I've lost 60 pounds. One of the things I have the biggest challenge with is I look at this. I still obviously have a ways to go. My arm, I want to lose all of this because my arm should only be like that. And even showing that to you is embarrassing. I've lost a couple of inches off of my arm since I started this. And so yes, while this is still embarrassing, it's nowhere near as embarrassing as what it used to be. And because I'm not there anymore and I'm where I'm at now, I know that I will reach the end point where my arm stops right here, where it's all muscle. And you can even see a little muscle definition because I have been working with a trainer. We're actually in a strength training program right now, and I'm doing things with my body I never thought was possible. I'm becoming more flexible, I have more energy, I'm clearly more healthy, and it's just amazing. At the end of this video, I'm going to attach a before picture and an after picture, so you guys can see the changes in me. If you've watched my videos before and seen me talk, you can see it in my face. I mean, I have a very round face, but it's not as anymore. I'm actually getting a neck. You know, I've never really had one of those before. I always thought it was just me, but it was just me, but it wasn't because I didn't have one. So yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about the changes I've made to my diet now. Vegetables. Vegetables are so important. And you can you can literally eat almost as many vegetables as you want and still be fine. Like, look up a picture, do a Google search of what 200 calories of broccoli look like. Now imagine that you're eating about 2,000 calories a day. And imagine if you were just filling that up with broccoli, carrots, apples, asparagus, say even corn. You know what I mean? Just imagine how much food that is. Okay, well then you start throwing in some meat if you're not a vegetarian or vegan. You throw in a little bit of dairy, and you get, the best way to eat is 6 meals a day at around 300 calories each. That's what I eat because I'm working on losing weight, so I eat about 1,600 to 2,000 because I am breastfeeding still, so I have to compensate for those calories. An example meal for me, breakfast. This oatmeal is amazing, so I'm going to share the recipe with you because it is really, really good. And this breakfast is 300 to 400 calories, I think, somewhere around there, and all healthy. I ate 4 egg whites. I normally spray a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in the pan, and I fry up 4 egg whites. And then I take natural oatmeal, raw oatmeal, 1 cup of oats, or half a cup of oats to 1 cup of water. And I cook that in the microwave. I take a whole banana and I cut it in half, and I smash up half of it, and then I slice and then cut the slices in half with the other half. I mix in the mashed, and then I add in the chunks, so you have banana flavor, because you don't add any sugar to this, just banana. That's where you get all your sweetener from, and it is plenty. And then I add in raw, all-natural almonds, about 10 of them, and then just a dash of cinnamon. Not sugar, just cinnamon. And I mix it all up, and it is amazing. If I wasn't on a diet, I'm technically not on a diet, I'm just changing how I eat to eat healthy. I wish I had known about this recipe ages ago. The egg whites are a little harder because I don't really like egg whites, and I don't add salt to anything anymore. So you get dill weed, not dill seed, but dill weed, and you can add that to egg whites, and it tastes really good. That's my breakfast often. I don't eat white anything anymore. Brown bread, whole wheat bread. I eat brown rice. White's bad. And I'm actually reading a book right now. If anybody's interested, you can ask in a comment, and I will respond what the book is. But it actually explains why good carbs and bad carbs. White carbs, bad. Brown carbs, good. White carbs are bad because they digest so fast that it causes a sugar spike and an equally fast crash. Good carbs, brown rice, wheat bread, that sort of thing, it's a gradual rise and gradual rise, gradual decline, so your body doesn't go through those ups and downs. You look it up, it's really fascinating. Chicken is one of the best things you can eat. It's high in protein. It's really not all that many calories in my opinion. So a well-balanced lunch for me is a chicken breast, some vegetables, and a scoop of brown rice. Egg whites and avocado. Tonight what we had for dinner was the chicken, and I'm going to share this recipe because the busy mom that doesn't think she has time to cook healthy for her family, you do. This is amazing. The only unhealthy part about it is the cheese, and you don't have to add it. It just helps. Okay, go to the store, get chicken breasts. Organic's best, but if you can't afford it, chicken's chicken. organic tomato chunks in a can. You want organic corn, low sodium pinto beans, and low sodium black beans. And then you want to get a low sodium, no added sugar, organic salsa. I get a medium one. It's like green. It's really good. So you get all these ingredients. You get your crock pot. You put the chicken breasts on bottom, about 4 of them. Depending on the size of your family, I've done 2 because it goes a long ways, but it makes great leftovers. So you put the 4 chicken breasts in the crock pot. You dump on the tomatoes. Then you add the corn. Drain the corn. You add the corn. Then you add the pinto beans. Then you add the black beans. And then I normally add about half a jar of the salsa. It's about that big of a jar. But really it's a matter of how spicy you want. And then I add just a tiny bit of pepper, just because I love pepper. And then you put the lid on, cook it for 4 to 6 hours, 8 hours, whatever, how much time you've got. By the end of it, you take a fork, a spoon, the chicken will just fall apart. And you'll get strands of chicken throughout this entire thing. And one measuring cup of this will fill you up, and it's under 300 calories. I'll add 1 serving size of cheese. It's 110 calories. And it's amazing. And you don't even need that much cheese, half a serving, if that, And it goes so far. You don't have to do any work because it's just a matter of dumping cans. Get organic, low sodium, everything, because salt does not help with weight. And it's absolutely delicious. It's a clean eating recipe I found, and I have made it for my family so many times now because of how good it is. So definitely give it a try. That's just one of my favorite recipes. We had it for dinner tonight. Another one that I recently started, like turkey chili. Oh my god, turkey chili is really good. Really, really good. So yeah, I wanted to share and hopefully encourage other women that have recently had a baby that are struggling to get this weight off. You can do it. Not everybody can afford a personal trainer. God knows it's expensive. We've struggled to afford it. But you don't have to have one. If you can't, don't let that be a reason for not doing it. Get your butt down to that gym. Work on the elliptical, the treadmill. Do some research. Figure out what machines you want. Learn your body. Learn how to make it move. Do your stretches. Arm yourself with as much knowledge as you can, and you won't fail. Swimming is a great form of cardio. 30, 40 minutes of swimming. My husband's teaching me to swim because I don't really know how to swim all that well. But I'm getting there, and I love to swim. I recently had gallbladder surgery. So, yes, in this past 6 months, I've had 2 surgeries, a C-section and gallbladder surgery. It was so bad, I actually had to stay in the hospital another night. They kept me a total of 3 days, 2 nights. That's how bad mine was. And I still managed to lose this weight. So believe me, if I can do it, you can too. I was not taught to eat right. I have been overweight literally my entire life. Right now at 169, I weigh less than I have in 4 years. It's amazing, the feeling is amazing and indescribable. You can do it. And that's mostly the point of this video. Part of it is because I am proud of myself and I'm kind of like, tooting my own horn. But mostly it's because I really want to inspire and encourage other people to do it because it's worth it. I am able to do so much more with my kids, and I don't feel as ashamed of myself as I was before. And I have about 40 pounds more to go, and I am going to get there, and I am going to rock it, and I cannot wait to share that update with you guys. I'm excited. Well, I went over the 10 minutes again, but I finished, so I'm going to let you guys go. And if you have any questions, if you'd like any more of the recipes I've used to accomplish this, don't hesitate to ask, and I will share the pictures. And please know, I still have 40 more pounds to lose, so don't be mean. All right, bye.